Hi, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Teen Life Live Summer Programs Virtual Fair. My name is Reagan Bierman, and I will be your host this evening. Tonight's event is sponsored by Teen Life. For those of you who might not be familiar with us, we're the premier discovery platform for teen-centered academic and enrichment opportunities. We make it easy for parents, students, and educators to find the best fit program for their students, whether it be a summer program, after school program, college, volunteer, anything and all opportunities for 13 to 19-year-olds. There are so many amazing opportunities out there. We at Teen Life try and make it easy for you to find all of them on our website at teenlife.com. So tonight we have 6 fantastic and unique programs with us who are going to be speaking about their summer opportunities. It's really an exciting time to be a teenager, between 13 to 19, even further than that. We are excited to share all of these opportunities with you tonight. I will put a reader response form in the chat. Please feel free, click on that and request information from those that are with us tonight. And also, if you have any questions, please take advantage of the knowledgeable members that are here tonight and ask questions in the Q&A. You can type a question in there and anyone from the programs that are with us tonight will answer your questions. I encourage you, take advantage. These are the experts. They know the ins and the outs of the programs. So go ahead, type one in there because I can pretty much guarantee that somebody else is thinking the same thing. So we are going to go ahead and get started with our first presenter. Our first presenter is Dr. Bo Gilley, and Dr. Gilley is with the Roger Williams Summer Programs. Bo, thanks for being here tonight.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's wonderful to join all these excited students this evening.
Absolutely. Well, the floor is yours, my friend. Please share about your amazing opportunities.
Absolutely. Let me just share my screen. All right. Can you see my screen, Regan?
Yes, we can. Perfect.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, again, as Regan mentioned, my name is Dr. Bo Gilley, and I am the Executive Director of Summer Programs and Conferences at Roger Williams University. Our residential, suburban, 143-acre campus is situated overlooking the beautiful Mount Hope Bay in the historic town of Bristol, Rhode Island. We're 45 minutes from the capital city of Providence and just over an hour away from Boston. If any of you are fans of the HBO series The Gilded Age, you'll be excited to learn that Bristol is only about 20 minutes away from Newport, which was home to the summer cottages of the rich and famous in the 19th and early 20th centuries. Our unique position as a coastal university in the heart of New England gives us an amazing natural resource for teaching, studying, researching, and discovery. We offer programs in leadership with science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And the location provides a very robust opportunity and environment for dynamic real-world learning. So this year, we offer a variety of week-long overnight summer camp opportunities that are really defined by their hands-on nature and are led by expert faculty and staff. And they include the following. We have a forensic science summer camp from July 14th through the 19th. We have a food science summer camp from July 21st to 26th. We also offer an architecture academy and a marine science academy, and these programs are so popular that they've actually closed quite early in our season. So for those of you who are still waiting to enter your senior year of high school, there is still time. So next summer and the summer after, if you're interested in any one of these programs, please feel free to visit our website for more information. These programs really focus on teaching real-world programs and with the intention of introducing high school students in grades 10, 11, and 12 to the small liberal arts college experience. During each 1 week overnight program, students will live in residence halls with a Roger Williams University residential assistant. They will dine in our award-winning dining hall with food service provided by Bon Appetit, one of the best food service providers in higher education in the country. They will conduct laboratory experiments and simulations with full-time Roger Williams professors, PhD professors, and in their downtime, our students in these camps have the opportunity to enjoy the delights of a New England summer. So let's talk a little bit about the first program, the forensic science program. At the end of this particular camp, those students who are fans of CSI and other crime-related programming on television will have learned the following competencies: fingerprint analysis and its importance in the criminal justice system. They will have the opportunity to examine shoe prints, tire treads, and imprints left behind following a crime. They will have the opportunity to be in the laboratory and analyzing unknown substances at a molecular level. They'll also learn the basics of processing a crime scene and will use virtual reality technology to analyze blood spatter patterns. We are very closely affiliated with the Rhode Island State Crime Lab, and during this program, we will actually have a field visit to that facility, which is only about 25 minutes away on the West Bay of Rhode Island. So this is really an incredible opportunity to ignite your passion for forensic science, to make new friends, and to gain valuable insights into the thrilling world of forensic science. So if you're interested in science in any way, you don't have to be a chemistry expert or a physics expert. We'll give you the basics and on into sort of the advanced level theories behind forensic investigation. Our food science camp takes place, as you can see here, from July 21st through the 26th. And it also comes with a variety of outcomes and competencies. This is taught by one of our really very popular professors on campus. Her name is Dr. Jennifer Pierce. She works out of the physics and chemistry department on campus, and she just has a passion for food. And so this is our second year running the food science camp. It was met with great success and great acclaim last year. And students who left the program reported that they were particularly fond of the following competencies. They learned about the microbiology of food, and they learned how good bacteria keeps us healthy. They learned color theory and why things like yellow taste like lemon. They measured the sweetness of fruit juice using refractometry. They learned about why heat kills bad bacteria, and they made fruit caviar and edible foams and learned why some foods have additives to make flavors linger. Students in this particular camp will take students on a tour of our on-site aquaculture fisheries, where you will have the opportunity to shuck your own oysters and eat them at the beach. You'll work in our campus garden and visit a local sustainable family-owned farm. We're in the process of constructing new food labs, and along with forensic science, these will be our newest programs for full-time Roger Williams students in the coming academic years. So I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have about these programs at the end of the presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Gilly. That was so fantastic. Great to hear all of that talk of food, though, is making me hungry. So that is super cool. So moving right along, we are going to go ahead and have our next presenter jump on. We've got Stephanie Vashab, who is going to be talking about summer discovery. Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. Fantastic. Excited to learn more about the opportunities that you have for our students. So I am going to hand the floor over to you. Thank you again for being here.
Great. Thanks for having me. I'm going to share my screen, so please let me know if you cannot see it, but
Mm,
I'll assume that you all can.
we can.
Um, yes, okay. So yeah, Summer Discovery. Thanks again for everyone joining us. Summer Discovery is a pre-college academic enrichment program in partnerships with universities around the US and also in Europe. Summer Discovery, who are we? So we've been providing transformative summer programs for over 55 years. We offer unparalleled expertise, safety, and supervision. We offer authentic classes taught by university instructors. So we're not just holding classes on a college campus. This is a true partnership where the university is responsible for the academic piece. We offer over 300 courses and academies in 9 subject areas. We have a diversity of students from around the globe. About 30% of our students are international. And we're not just academics, we're fun as well. We have afternoon activities, evening activities, and then excursions on the weekend as well. So here's a list of our partner universities, 10 plus partner universities, some really great new options this year, some longstanding partners too. Dartmouth College, really excited to be working with them for their Summer Scholars Program. They offer everything from STEAM and medicine to business and leadership. Real Madrid Graduate School Universidad Europa, fantastic for students who are interested in the European sports industry, particularly sports business management and how it affects the European economy. UC Santa Barbara, we have another sports business academy, which is actually focused on the X Games. So super exciting for students who are interested in adventure sports. And at UC Berkeley, I want to highlight our Changemakers program and also our Jacobs Institute for Design Innovation, which is fantastic for students who are interested in engineering design. As I mentioned, we have classes in 9 subject areas. We have a 100+ page course catalog on our website, so definitely something for everybody. Students typically take 2 classes a day, 1 class in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. They can mix and match different subject areas, or they can take the same class in the morning and in the afternoon, which we call an academy. So that's a little bit more of an intensive study in one subject. And then we have different kinds of courses as well that are more of a 9 to 5 schedule. But generally speaking, you're looking at about 4 hours in class per day. This is what a sample schedule looks like. Breakfast on campus, followed by that morning class, lunch, followed by that afternoon class, afternoon activities, students get a choice of things to do, dinner, nighttime activities, and then students in the residence hall by 10, typically lights out around midnight. Give you an idea of those activities, there's things like bonfire, game night, karaoke night, silent disco, after school things like hiking, biking, going to the beach. Again, that's going to depend on where you're going to school. We also have a middle school program. This is offered at Georgetown and UCLA for students completing grades 6 through 8. Our high school program is for students completing grades 9 through 12. Students also take 2 classes in the middle school program, and they have 2 healthy lifestyle workshops as well, which is something like tennis or basketball, arts and crafts, things like that. We also have our Summer Institute for the Gifted. This falls under the Summer Discovery umbrella. This is for students who have been identified as academically talented, creative, or gifted. There are 3 ways a student can qualify for this program, either through a letter of recommendation, through test scores, or showing us that they've been accepted into a similar gifted program. These are the locations where we are holding our gifted program this summer. We have programs for students as young as finishing first grade, and we have a new middle school option this year as well for students completing grades 6 through 8, and that is at Cornell University. And here's what a typical day looks like for the SIG program, not too different from the Summer Discovery program. I won't go through it, but again, there's typically 2 academic periods. There's a recreation hour, activities as well at night, and excursions on the weekends. Application process really straightforward. Students can go onto our website, fill out an online application. Again, I mentioned the differences with the gifted program, but for our Summer Discovery program, generally speaking, we ask them to submit their GPA and the name of a recommender. Obviously, there are language requirements for international students. An acceptance decision is made within 3 to 5 days this time of year. Once students enroll, we agree to the terms and conditions. They make their tuition deposit. They register for courses typically after they've been accepted, and then the final payment is due in April, which is now. So there is certainly some flexibility there, but we're generally requiring full payment this time of year. Any questions, please feel free. You're welcome to reach out to me. Like I said, my name is Stephanie. I spell that with an F, so Stephanie@summerdiscovery.com. Please check us out online, Facebook and Instagram as well.
Thanks so much, Stephanie. That was fantastic. Wow, lots of opportunities.
Yes, thank you.
Lots of opportunities for students. That's really exciting. And again, those of you that are watching live tonight, please take advantage of our presenters being here with us to ask them specific questions, something that they haven't covered, anything like that, they will respond. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next program. Super excited that we have Ben Shu and Alex Sands, and they are with Venture Camp Summer Entrepreneurship Program. Hi, guys. Thanks for being here tonight.
Hey, Reagan.
Yeah,
How's
absolutely.
it
Thanks for
going?
having us.
It's fantastic. Fantastic. Well, can't wait to hear about the opportunities that you have for students this summer. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the floor over to you.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. I'm Ben, here with Alex. Thanks for joining the TeenLife Virtual Fair. Super excited to share a little bit about Venture Camp and entrepreneurship. So, Venture Camp is a summer entrepreneurship program where you'd explore entrepreneurship and business by launching a real business yourself in teams that tackles an important need and achieves users and even revenue. So we love entrepreneurship, and ultimately, we believe entrepreneurship is one of the best ways to learn and experience. Entrepreneurship is ultimately the act of turning your idea into reality to solve a problem, to make an impact. And today, especially with all the great tools that are accessible, there's no bound to what high school students can create in the world. So our goal is to help students explore this domain by having the hands-on experience where you put your own local business, e-commerce product, online store, app, anything that you're passionate about, you'd be turning that into reality. And that's a really exciting experience. So nowadays, a lot of other students are also creating their own apps, their own businesses, their own ideas. And at Venture Camp and our 4-week summer program this July, and it's a virtual boot camp, you can too. So briefly, just a little bit about us so you know who you'd be working very closely with. And we have a great mentor network that Alex is going to be talking about as well. So myself, I spent the past 4 years starting a healthcare technology company for children with autism. And the fun fact is I actually first got exposed to that area in high school when I was on a team that patented an autism wearable device, and we actually won $10,000 for our school, which is kind of wild to think about. And studied at Penn, business and computer science, and love helping others get into entrepreneurship. Alex is my fellow instructor at Venture Camp. He spent the past 6 years starting an AI, natural language processing company, and he previously started a nonprofit that organized high school hackathons nationwide. So at Venture Camp, you take kind of interest in entrepreneurship, and you don't have to have ever started a business before, and we'd help you take that and turn that into real traction on a wide range of businesses and potential ideas. So you could tackle a need in healthcare, in education, a consumer product, something for your siblings, your parents, your friends. Truly, the range of ideas is super wide, and over the course of the 4 weeks, as Alex will share, you turn that into reality. The ultimate outcome is by the end of the program, you'd have your own business as part of a team. You can continue it as independent study if you want to, but you'd have gone through the entire process end to end of starting a business. And these are just some of the ideas that kind of a past beta cohort has done, and kind of that you can imagine doing as part of the program. So now I'm going to pass it to Alex, who's going to share a little bit more about the details.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah, so I mean, as Ben mentioned, the overarching goal of Venture Camp is to take to go from an idea to kind of a business with either revenue and or customers in 1 month. But what does that actually look like in practice? Basically, we split this over 4 weeks. We have daily curriculum lined up on all of the core lessons and know-how that go into starting a company. So for example, in week 1, we tackle topics around ideation, which like coming up with and testing different business ideas. In week 2, we go through researching those ideas and building, the minimum viable product that you can, come up with around one of those use cases or challenges that people face. In week 3, we go through fundamentals on pricing and outreach and actually getting traction for the MVP that you built. And then finally, in week 4, we work on pitch decks for kind of the culmination of the program, which is demo day. And demo day is this opportunity to showcase your business that you came up with during venture camp to all of venture camp, the instructors, the mentors, and venture capitalists that we have join as well. It's time for you to show off kind of all the work that you put in over the 4 weeks and everything that you learned, and show us the business that you built. Also, over the course of venture camp, throughout the entire thing, you work extremely closely, not just with the other students and the instructors that are part of venture camp, but also the mentors as well. So every week we have a different instructor teach certain areas of the curriculum that they're particularly knowledgeable about. So for example, Sunny on the screen here has extensive experience starting D2C companies, 2 past successful D2C companies, and he gives a lesson on reaching out to customers and doing customer interviews during week 2. We also have dedicated office hours several times a week, where students can use those office hours to ask questions that they have while starting their company. And all the students in the program get direct access to these mentors shown on the screen here and others that we have during the course of the program. So all of our mentors are all successful young entrepreneurs, past business leaders. Almost all of them have started companies in the past, some with successful exits like Ben and myself, others with experience at some of the top accelerator programs in the country like Y Combinator. And then, because they're young adults, pretty recently out of college as well, many of our mentors attended, universities, Ivy League schools, and are more than happy to offer any advice, outside of just launching companies as well, over the course of the program too. So if this is interesting to you and you're interested in applying to venture camp, our summer 2024 program runs virtually from July 1st to July 29th this summer. There's scheduled curriculum and activities every day between 12 and 3 Eastern during the program, and then unstructured opportunities outside of those windows to work together on ideas or businesses and with our mentors. And for those joining tonight on the TeenLife panel, we're actually offering participants in tonight's fair $900 off tuition, which makes it $1,900 for the summer. And you can just mention in your application or use the code that's on the screen here, TeenLife, when you submit that application, and we'll see that and take that off the tuition. In terms of applying to venture camp, our applications are closing pretty soon here, April 30th. So you don't need a business or an existing idea in order to apply. All we really look for in the application is a passion for entrepreneurship, an eagerness to learn and kind of grow your own skills over the course of 4 weeks. And if that sounds interesting to you, you can apply today at venturecamp.org. And thanks so much for your time tonight, and we hope to see you this summer.
Thank you so much, Ben and Alex. That was so informative. And wow, for those of you that are here live with us tonight, they definitely have a very enticing reason to apply. So, and I feel like that is a theme. You mentioned your deadlines are coming up for applications. So students, if you are interested in anything that you see tonight, really encourage you to dive deep and put in those applications before spaces fill up, because there are some really neat opportunities out there. So we are going to go ahead and move on. Actually, one more reminder, please put the questions in that Q&A, guys. We've got a great panel with us tonight. So now we're going to go ahead and move on. We have our next presentation. Isaac Matson is with us tonight, and Isaac is with Alfred University. Hi, Isaac. How are you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Doing well. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here this evening, and look forward to hearing about all of the different opportunities that students can find at Alfred this summer. So the floor is going to be yours.
Well, thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm going to just give me 1 second as I share my screen. And just a little bit, my name is Isaac Matson. I am the pre-college programs coordinator at Alfred University. Alfred University is a small liberal arts university in the foothills of the Allegheny Mountains. We're near the Finger Lakes region of New York, if you're familiar with that. About an hour and a half south of Rochester, 2 hours from Buffalo, 4 hours from Albany, a bit more of a drive from New York City, Boston and DC. But as you can see from the map, we're kind of in the crossroads of New England, New York, Pennsylvania, and going into the Midwest. So we are a small community, quite a small town. Actually, just this last year, we were named the collegiate town in the United States. The number of college students definitely outnumbers the number of locals in the village. And because of it, it's just a small and very family. It feels like a small family here on campus. Everywhere you go, you run into people who you recognize and you know, which makes it just kind of a comforting place to work and live. Some background about Alfred University. It was founded in 1836, and it's always been at the forefront of diversity and inclusion around the country. We were the second oldest institution to allow women into higher education. And as our president likes saying, we were actually the first to allow them into all programs, not just those focused on home ec and other things that were considered appropriate at the time. We're also one of the earliest to enroll Native American, African American students, and we continue this in today's world by focusing on diversity, equity, diversity and intersections around campus. Moving on, we have a number of camps here at Alfred University this summer, which all range around the month of July. They are residential as well as some of our commuter options. The first one, and kind of my favorite right now, is our astronomy camp. Partially the reason for this is because we just had the eclipse on Monday, and Alfred University was 40 minutes away from the path of totality. So a lot of excitement in this region regarding the eclipse. We have the observatory here, and a amazing group of astronomy professors ready to teach students about the science behind what just happened last Monday. Another popular program we have is our Creative Writing Institute, which is an intensive week-long program that deals with getting a student from essentially a high school level writing to preparing them for the college experience, specifically in creative writing. And two of the professors have been doing it for this program for over a decade and have been here at Alfred for, I believe in both their cases, over 2 decades. We have 2 sections of engineering institutes that we run here at Alfred at 2 different weeks in the month of July. So if one works better for you, you have your choice. We also have 3D printing, songwriting camp, as well as auditioning institutes that we're offering this summer. Some of them, like the 3D printing, are new. Some have happened. In the case of the auditioning, it's happened in the past. So we're offering new programs going into this summer. So hopefully there's something that might be of interest to you. We also have wheel throwing, a wheel throwing class, which focuses on ceramics, as well as 2 high school portfolio classes, which are the goal to build a high school portfolio in preparation for attending a university, specifically for an art degree. So if you have a student who is considering going to a university for an art degree, these are great starts to kind of get them into a place where they can be accepted for their bachelor's or another program that they're working in. We have 4 equestrian camps we're running this summer. 2 of them are going to be residential and 2 of them are going to be commuters. The 2 residential programs that we're running, one is Western and one is English equestrian. And these are at our equestrian center, which is just up the hill from the university and has, I think if I remember correctly, when I was toured it, we have over 60 horses that are currently there at the equestrian center. So quite impressive for those of you who have interest in equestrian. We also are running a swimming camp. Our coach, Brian Stryker, has been running this camp for, I believe it's been 5 years now, quite popular and a very intensive course that involves even morning routines before breakfast. If you're interested in that, I know I personally wouldn't be, but then again, I'm not into that swimming. And then Finally, we have the Brick Residence Hall where the students will be staying this summer. They'll get an experience of the residential life on campus at Alfred University. They'll get to experience food at the dining hall. And for those of you who want to be close to your children, we have the Saxon Inn, which is a hotel or inn on campus. It's actually a stone's throw from the Brick Residence Hall. So for those of you who feel a little bit more comfortable being nearby, this is an option as well. So finally, I'd like to encourage you to spend our summer in Alfred, New York. Again, my name is Isaac Matson. I'm the pre-college summer programs coordinator. And one of my favorite things about Alfred is this statue. It's Alfred the Great, the King of the Saxons. For those of you who have any history interest, the town of Alfred was named after King Alfred the Great, a person who pushed both education and was a great leader of his time. So encourage you to check out Alfred, and thank you for your time.
Thanks so much, Isaac. That is such an interesting little nugget. I had no idea. And I can confirm that Alfred does have that family-like feeling. I am from Rochester, New York, and have been through that area many times. So when you mentioned Rochester, I was like, "Ooh, interesting." So anyway, guys, if you are interested, please reach out, hit the reader response form, put something in the questions. A lot of opportunities there at Alfred University, from sports to, just living on a college campus. So the thing I get super excited about with an event like tonight is any interest, all interest, whether it's online, in person, academic, business, athletic, there are opportunities for all students out there. So we are going to move along to our next presenter. We have Lindsay Heffernan. She is with C2 Education. Hi, Lindsay. How are you doing?
Hi there. It's great to be here.
So glad that you are here, and I really am excited to hear about your programs and the different opportunities that you have to share. So I am going to give you the floor.
Perfect. So I am here to talk about everyone's favorite thing, which is the SAT. So like a lot of us, I thought we might be heading towards a world where the SAT was not going to be a significant part of our admissions landscape. But as the pandemic has waned, as colleges have had time to look at where they are now compared to where they were, the data is highlighting that the SAT and ACT are going to be making a significant comeback. There's a few reasons for this. Part of it is that we do see students who submit test scores to colleges see an admissions bump. So just for one example, University of Virginia for the class of 2026, the admission rate with test scores was 23.8%, without was closer to 11.6%. Additionally, most top tier schools, particularly your Ivies, they have not seen a dramatic change in testing. Most students are still submitting test scores. It's above 80%. And of those students who are submitting are scoring in the 700 or above range out of 800 in any section. All of this has led schools, along with recent research, to reinstate their testing policies. This is just a few of the schools. We have a range of Ivies who have already said testing is back on the plate for the fall, as well as state universities. Literally 3 hours before this call, Harvard and Caltech were added to the list. Didn't even have time to get them on the slide. What this means for students is that we are in a situation where particularly sophomores and juniors who are very close to submitting their college applications have much less time to prepare for testing if they have not already done so. And that's really where C2 can come in to support you. We are a holistic 360-degree academic planning program. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to use the summer specifically for SAT, but we can really help you to take all of these wonderful experiences you're learning about tonight and put them together into a package that makes you as attractive as possible to a college. So it's important to realize that the SAT has just gone through a major change. It is now entirely digital. So that means that students potentially have more accurate testing. It's faster, more reliable, and the College Board feels that the new digital SAT really meets the changing needs of students. But the reason it's important that you as students and parents understand the changing test is that it does change what you want to be looking for when you are preparing. So the digital SAT is adaptive. That means that all students have the same first chunk of questions. They're a mix of easy, medium, and hard, but your performance on those questions determines the second group of questions you get. And your ability to get a 1600 relies on your ability to get to a certain difficulty of question. That is new, and it's also a frustrating part of the testing experience for students because it makes progress feel less linear. It's very easy to kind of jump around the different modules. The test is now shorter, which sounds awesome. We all love a shorter test, but it also means that there's greater emphasis on accuracy because you are in a situation where you do not have as many questions that you can get incorrect. It is also much slower than the ACT. You get about 60% more time per question, which is pretty nice. However, the questions are still a little more convoluted. So with all of that in mind, you want to plan your summer test prep by taking a full-length practice test. That is really important with adaptive testing because you have to make sure you are having the full modular experience. You want to compare your scores to the scores at your goal colleges and make a plan to reach your goal. And the good news is C2 can help you do that. That is what we do with all of our students. So we offer full-length practice testing. We use that to determine whether you are in line for the colleges that you are looking to attend. With the summer, you ideally want to balance your SAT prep with all of these other wonderful experiences. Seniors should be planning to finalize testing by August. If they have not already done so, juniors should finalize scores before they start junior year. At C2, we help you do this because we have an adaptive curriculum for an adaptive test. Our content targets skills for a wide range of students, including students already at a 700, as well as students below a 450 on a section score. We focus on content knowledge gains and recognition of pattern-driven strategies. All start dates are flexible. Scheduling is flexible. We have fully in-person and fully virtual. So if you are going to one of these other awesome programs, we can still support you. And we have a holistic approach to college counseling. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out directly to me. You can also go to our website to connect with your local center. We do have about 150 nationally.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. That was super helpful. And yes, it is interesting how the testing world is changing. And this, schools taking it, not taking it. I have two high school students myself, so I feel like it's ever changing. So but thank you so much. That was very helpful, very informative. Guys, go ahead, and those of you that are here with us, pop those questions in, click on that reader response form. We still have a little bit more time. We have one final presenter. Again, just want to reiterate the fact that we have so many different opportunities for students out there. It really highlights, an evening like tonight highlights the fact that there is something out there for any and all interest. So for our final presenter, we have Cesar Gutierrez, and he is with Centro Mundo Lingual. I tried my best. I tried to get a little roll of the R. I know it wasn't perfect, but Cesar, we're so happy that you're here, and can't wait to hear more about your opportunities for students.
Thank you very much, Regan. And yeah, you did very good.
Thank
So
you.
I'm gonna share my screen for a moment. Okay. You can see me.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Cesar. I work at Centro Mundo Lengua in Seville, which is a city in the southern Spain in Andalusia. And I am a former student abroad myself. So these are our summer Spanish immersive programs where we want you to dive into the Spanish culture. Okay. They are not programs as much as more as transformative life-changing experience. And how we do this boosting your Spanish, leveling your skills and personal development, and with a Spanish history and culture course. Okay, these are our main three programs. They are our star programs. This is a pre-AP Spanish, a preparation course for the AP, and IB summer courses, and a Spanish immersion program. Okay, what's included in this? Okay, it's included classes, Spanish lessons. We take the class outside the classroom, and we want you to learn while you interact with Spanish people and learn how to communicate in the most efficient way possible in a day-to-day basis. We also have cultural and outdoor activities. You have more classes in the morning, the evenings are filled with activities. You also have a family stay. You stay with one of our chosen families, and you fully immerse in the Spanish lifestyle and everyday life. And you also have 24 hours assistance and care. In case you need anything, you'll always have a phone to call, so you don't feel alone in a different country. First of all of our programs are 2 or 3 weeks long, and they consist of the full pack activity, cultural, arts, sports, social, and the classes. So our Spanish classes, they always focus on personalization and interactions with the local. Okay. As part of the cultural immersion, you will stay with our safe and carefully selected Spanish host families. You will experience the homemade gastronomy, arroz, gazpacho, the talking. It will be your home away from home. In this part, you will also be in exchanges with Spanish students that are learning the same language that you speak, and you will be able to exchange points of view, how you feel about the world. They will teach you all you need to know about the Spanish way of life, even siesta. So yeah, you're gonna feel like one of the family and Spanish one of the Spanish students. While you're in Spain, what you do? Okay, you have cultural activities that will immerse you in the cultural deep roots. You will also enjoy gastronomy, and you will be able to visit another countries like Portugal or even different parts in the southern Spain, which is a very rich region that has something for everyone. But wait, there's always more. We also have outside activities that will let you see other perspectives of the Spanish lifestyle. You will go to flea markets, you will go hiking, enjoy the nature, you will go to markets, and you will enjoy Spanish outside the classroom. That is where Spanish happens. This is where the most of the exchange will happen. You will talk to locals. You will be able to learn how to talk to like a local, so you can blend in and you can enjoy how we do things and how Spain works. So where the magic happens, we have two different locations. The first one is Seville. It is a cultural and deep-rooted city. You will not learn only the language, but you will also learn how a city in which three of the biggest ever civilizations ever built conversed and left their footprint in it. But you will also learn the rich history and how it has evolved, how it works today, how it turned into a small city with picturesque and cobblestone streets to the big city that is now. And Cadiz, it is an idyllic seaside city filled also with rich history. They have a vibrant culture. They have very beautiful architecture, golden sand beaches, and sunshine almost all around the year. It's also the longest continuously inhabited city of Europe. So they have and we have a very rich history going on there. Okay, we offer a full service. First of all, we have customizations from pickup to special needs. Ask for it and we'll get it for you. You'll have our phone anytime. You can call anytime you need us, and we'll just try to help you as much as we can. It's worry-free and hassle-free travel. This means from the moment you click, from the moment you take off on the plane, we take care of everything. Everything means everything. You have any problem, talk to us. You have anything we can do for you, just send a message. I will be here. And it is impactful. It is a very impactful experience. As I experienced myself, the program will change the way you live. You will approach life with a new and refreshed mindset. And as it always happens with good things, you're gonna want more, and I'm sure you will want them with Mondolingua. So if you're interested in living abroad, just hit me up, send me an email. You can go to the website, make click, and just book it yourself. Thank you very much, Regan. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Cesar. It was wonderful. What a great and unique opportunity for kids to experience a different culture. So that is really exciting. That will end the formal presentations for us this evening. We do have a little bit more time, and those of you that are watching live, if you want to throw any last minute questions into the Q&A, that this now is your time. The presenters, those of you that are with us, and if you're available to come back on screen and unmute, I'd love to just ask a couple of questions just to hear a little bit more about the program, or I try and ask a question that kind of relates to everyone. Since we have some online programs and some in-person programs, it does get a little challenging. So I guess I first off want to ask, and if you spoke on this, if you just want to reiterate, but what would you say the average age of your students that participate with you is? Is it generally an older teen, late in the high school game, or do you have a good mix? I know, Stephanie, you said that you guys have some middle school programs, so Bo, you spoke first, so we haven't seen you in a while. I'd love to hear if you want to start us off on just giving us a general idea, just so students know,
Sure. No, our students really span all of the high school years. So they're rising 10, 11, and 12 and in equal numbers, more or less.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Anyone else that wants to chime in, please feel free to unmute and just let us know. No?
For Venture Camp, our
Wait.
students span 9th through 12th too, developing a new program for middle school students around kind of interesting internet projects. More to share soon, but yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I love that opportunities are becoming available for middle school students. It's really unique. Isaac, do you have a general sense?
Yeah, it's mostly kind of like Bo said, 10th through 12th grade rising. We do have a few specific camps that do go younger than that, but those are commuter camps. The residential, I think the one that we have youngest is 9th grade, and that is for the swimming.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. And then Lindsay, I kind of assume with yours, you're going to be right in that wheelhouse of right in the middle of high school.
Yep, we actually cater to K through 12. So if you do have younger students, or if you are looking to get an early jump, we can get it out of the way so your future summers can be free for all this other great stuff.
Great, great. What about you, Cesar? Is there would you say an average?
More of our students range between 14 to 18 years old, but depending of the programs, we have some college students as well. And our summer program in Cadiz is very popular with our college students because they enjoy the beach and the activities. But it can be arranged. Just hit us up and we'll arrange something because we have everything for any age.
I love that. I love that. I think that's kind of the theme of the night, is that we're definitely seeing that if you overthink it. If you want to try it, there is a program out there for it. And Lindsay, I don't know if this next question is really going to pertain to you. And Cesar, I think it will go without saying, but I was curious, do the other programs that are with us tonight, do you accept international students? Or are they just typically from the United States?
I'd say, you shouldn't mind me speaking first.
Yeah,
I'd
no,
say first, most of our students are from the United States, but we also take groups from Germany. We take some groups from the UK. We have a group from this week coming from Jordania.
oh, very cool.
It's
So yeah,
yeah,
definitely all over the place.
it's very cosmopolitan.
That is fantastic. Stephanie, were you going to chime in?
Yeah, we're about 30% international. We have an international team at Summer Discovery made up of 4 people. So really students from coming all over. I would say our biggest markets internationally are probably Brazil and Turkey. And then, kind of spread across Western Europe as well. But we really do get students from everywhere, Middle East, not so much Africa. I would say we do get a handful, but we do accept students from everywhere. So
That is great. That is great. Isaac or Dr. Gilly or Alex or Ben, what about you guys?
Yeah, we do accept students, international students. We actually have a few that are coming this year, but the majority is going to are that historically have been U.S. based.
Absolutely.
And C2 does work with international students, particularly students who are looking to get admission into a US college with SAT scores. Most of our teachers are English speaking, so students would have to feel comfortable working in English.
Great. Thank you for that clarification. It makes sense. Dr. Gilly, do you have anything? Do you guys have international students?
We do, yes. So our programs are not for college credit, which is great in this case because it eliminates that pesky J visa issue that can be very difficult for international students to obtain. So students can come over on a tourist, a B visa, stay for the program and leave and still add it to their common applications or whatever applications they're submitting to higher education, and it will be considered as if it were a credit-bearing course.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it shows growth and, personal growth and development and all of that. Alex, what about you guys? Have you guys had some international students as well?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben, you were already off
Yeah.
mic, so I thought you were going to take it. But yes,
Oh, sorry, guys.
Venture
Sorry.
Camp. No worries. Venture Camp is definitely open to international students as well. And I think that the time frame that we work within 12 to 3 for most of the scheduled programming seems to work well for international students as well, and those on Pacific time. So try to span a wide area or a wide range of regions there, but yeah, accepting international students.
Fantastic. Well, guys, everyone, I just want to say thank you again on behalf of TeenLife for being here and sharing your opportunities for students. And I really hope that you guys have a wonderful summer and your programs are full because they sound amazing and really unique opportunities. And those of you students, parents, educators that are watching, please reach out, connect with these guys. And, evenings like tonight make me super excited for what the future holds for our younger generation. So on behalf of TeenLife and all of us, I want to say thank you and good night, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Take care.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have
Thanks,
a good
Reagan.
night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you.